saw the arrival and possible employment of Hrothgar and his bodyguard Arrlough. After listening to a speech given by Yudi in a mead hall and meeting a female gnome named Squeegee Toggle Nozzle, the party traveled around a little bit, making deliveries and exploring slightly, while Yudi did paperwork and started taking the reins of the satrapy, as it were. Right about the end of the session, the Paradigm Posse was encountered by Arrlough while doing his shopping for consumables and supplies, and where they killed a satyr in the middle of the town. Arrlough wrote a note, which is really a complaint. But, yeah.
He pulled a Karen.
Yeah. For the steward, or at least the town guard fellow, to read and take action on. And yeah, that's about where we left off. So it was evening. It wasn't in the middle of the day, like the note says, but I'll just retcon that. So you'll finish, you'll go back to the ship, presumably, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so that's sleep. Is there anything anybody wants to do before we start the next day? Alright. You all have a relatively uninterrupted sleep. So Nail has left you with keys to his hideout, such as it was, along with a couple of names, some contacts, and just the vague sense that he's going to be headed east somewhere at some point. Alright,
Who is this?
Nail, the fellow that Themis met while looking up assets for the Raven's Eye, found that he was basically just subsisting, not really trying to make a profit, not really organizing anything, not really being proactive at all. And Themis tried to bribe him a little bit to get him to
step up.
Yeah, to step up. Yeah. And he was like, "Nah, man, I'm just gonna take it easy. I'm just gonna take it easy in a different city now. Bye-bye."
And is this city the different city Deltrum? Or is Deltrum the city that he was originally in?
That wasn't really discussed. He seems to have a Britannian accent, so you can make some leaps in logic there if you want, but he's not said anything specifically about Deltorum in the brief conversation that was had.
Yep.
I think he mentioned Minbar a little bit. She was strict or uptight or something. I don't remember.
Stick up her ass.
But yeah, but not a whole lot. Those are quote unquote big names ish. Markarth and Daltorum, and people know those. He might know some other big names, assuming they're still in business. But so you all wake up, Hrothgar and Arrlough on the ship, which you come up with a name for, right?
Not yet. I decided to use that name as the clan name for the group instead, which makes more sense to me.
All right. love it when I'm in the loop. So, you two wake up. What are you doing with your day?
Hrothgar is going to prepare for his day when he wakes up in his captain's chambers. Going to wash his face off with the water bucket in the corner, brush his beard and hair, and get dressed and ready for the day. And come out and wait for Arrlough and the rest of his crew to awake, and check on the shipment of stuff that we're bringing in for that day, or whatever her name was.
Uh-huh.
What the clothing shopkeeper, right?
Not Deirdre,
no, we've changed it. The shipment for Finarel Sea Maiden.
Finariel.
Finariel Sea Maiden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tinnefel, Half-Elven, and Finarel. Man. Yeah. No, it's Finariel, thank you. I'm not that lazy. So, yeah,
No,
alright.
Not as lazy as taking the name for your character after.
Wow.
True.
Yeah,
Man
that
has a
everybody saw multiple times in the chat log on Roll20, and you were like, oh, no one will even notice.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, that's kind of your thing. Alright.
Very, very true. Very true.
So, the second shift is just winding down as you come up. It seems like the city is waking up itself. There's a few early people out peddling breakfast and a few other essentials for the morning. Fishing nets, I should say, and other small things.
I mean, we'll take fishnets.
I was just telling James, I found a body stocking that I didn't even know I had.
What?
As soon as I untangled... Oh, hi, Chili.
I'm sorry, what?
A body stocking.
Body.
Yeah, you know what those are, right? You have one. You gotta.
A sleeping bag?
No.
No.
Because if it was, I would have said a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
that
a morph, like a
really
morph
is.
suit?
No, it's more like a Power Rangers action figure. Yes, it's a body stock. It's pretend like pantyhose that goes over your whole body. Just pretend like it's that. But there's a hole in like the crotch area, so you can
Easy
get to that.
access.
So you can get to that. Yeah.
Is that like? Okay.
It's a sexy time thing, Chili.
It's a
Is
sexy.
it actually?
Yeah, big love. You tell her. Let me make sure I'm using the right. Yeah. If I look up images, it's exactly what I'm describing. Yeah, no, I'm right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, no, this one right.
There's things that I should not look up on Google
Why not?
It's
True.
clothing.
because
Aren't you-
my What was the most recent one? A dinosaur with 1,000 teeth or something?
Oh, there's a guy in
What-
a body stock.
Dinosaur with 500 teeth. There it is. Yeah.
Nice.
A dinosaur with 500 teeth.
Oh, there's another one. Oh shit, there's a surprising amount of guys in body stockings. Alright, I'm calling the session off. I'm busy now.
Yeah.
Body stickers. Body
All
stock.
right, talk to you guys later.
Man. Oh, come on, he's got
What?
curly hair. You can't expect me to not look at him.
Huh?
Alright.
Huh?
Chilly.
Do you know who else has curly hair?
Why can you buy these
The
at
potato?
Walmart?
Because it's Walmart. You can get like everything at Walmart. I was
Yeah.
walking. I
They're
was
not
walking
going to be
down the aisle the
quality.
other
You
day
don't
and-
want them. You don't want them. They're not quality. But yes, you could buy them at Walmart.
Walmart in Utah sells vibrators.
Oh shit.
I did not know that was a thing.
I mean, they have to with all the Mormons.
Wow.
Oh,
And the
you got a lot of
husbands
women to
don't have
please.
sex with their wives. That's
I
right.
feel like What?
No, the women have to please themselves because you can't have sex. Because the only time you can have sex is when you're wanting babies, right?
I feel like they're not allowed to use the power in the vibrator. I feel like it'd just have to be like a wooden dildo.
Wow.
Unpolished, unvarnished, of
You're
course.
unvarnished.
Like
Yeah,
unpolished,
no.
varnished.
Oh
Just
man.
like go get a random stick and
Just
Yeah. You
I don't
might
know,
as
you
well
can
just get a
carve it.
random
You
stick.
can whittle it into the shape of a dick, but like you can't like use any other product.
You can wear it down into the shape of a dick.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, you're so bad.
It'll be a reverse fucking fleshlight.
Hey, yeah. That's what
Oh.
I'm going for.
No, I don't need that image. Oh my god.
I'm
No,
gonna get it.
Why,
no,
Sam?
I don't want it. I don't consent.
Let me DM it to you. It's fine. It's fine. Just let
No.
it happen.
No. No, no.
Right.
I don't want it.
So, anyways, before Chili has a breakdown.
Surprise.
So you.
yeah, that's what those squats get you, Chili.
You
That's
need
your
to-
motivation. Every
you-
single time you need motivation of doing the squats at the gym, you just look at that picture and just go, okay, that's what I'm looking for.
Or you could also look at the stick that you may have to wear down into the dildo.
Through constant,
Actually, I feel like it's
incessant
smarter
use.
to start with a branch,
Wow.
not just a stick. You know, like a good like fist-sized branch, and then just wear it down from there.
Mean-
Kegel exercises at the same time, basically.
Oh
What,
yeah,
am I
Chili. Do
wrong?
you do Kegel exercises or do you just not do those?
I go to the gym.
That does not answer my question.
Oh boy.
Really?
Oh, question
Really?
Absolutely not answered.
Really?
I do not. No.
All right. Meanwhile,
Point
back in
really.
Hanstholm, you
Oh,
get
right.
you
That's
get
what we were doing.
you get your sundry greetings from the crew, who are going to be changing shifts soon. You check on the magical item that you're going to sell. It's still there. It's in its lacquered, mildly
I need
ornate
magic.
box.
I need magical items, damn it.
I gave you one.
You did
Nothing
not.
has-
Yeah, I
Got
did though.
one.
I did though.
You only get one.
Well, no,
What
you don't
did I
only get
get?
one. You got the weapon of challenging retort. It's plainly in your inventory. I don't know why I have to tell you these things.
I didn't know you added it.
I know. It's not even done. It's fine. It's not even done. I gotta
Okay,
give
that
you
sounds
something
like
else.
what? I don't know.
I gave you one major feature. I want to attach a minor one to it of some kind.
Okay.
So,
Has anything with weapon been tampered with, moved, anything seem out of
I assume you're keeping it in your cabin, right?
Yes, but
Oh, I thought it was still on the horse.
no.
Well, it was, but then they went to bed, and you're not just gonna leave it. Of
Oh.
course.
I'm gonna leave the.
I think that's an
Leave.
investigation check.
Sure, you can make an investigation check. Go for it. If it's tampered with, you're lucky you're still alive, though. I'll tell you that much. Does not seem to be any different, or even.
Well, no. Oh, that's. There we go. Okay. I
Whoa,
got it.
whoa.
Nice.
It does not seem to be tampered with, or moved, or anything in particular. It looks exactly like how you left it last night. Okay, so you check that. I presume you're gonna get a horse and travel over to your buyer's location. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So Themis, are you staying at Nail's old place, or are you shacking
Nah.
up somewhere else?
May as well. Did I get the deed to the house before failure dipped? Can we just retcon that?
I don't even think Nail has a deed to the house, but
I'm down to retcon that.
I know you are.
I mean, Neil doesn't need a deed to the house. He doesn't really run a legitimate business, you know?
We can. I'm sure we can pressure Yudi into doing that. He's been the steward of this atrophy for like less than a day, so you might have to give it a minute. But
Yeah,
you can certainly get that started, fast tracked, whatever. But it's not going to be immediate.
Oh, sadness. Oh well.
I've
Better than nothing, really.
He's not, he's not a miracle worker.
I mean, that's kind of what he portrayed himself as, isn't it?
He made some pretty serious promises. If you remember if you were there for his speech, I don't think you were.
I was not there for his speech, yeah.
Yeah,
I hate all of you. I hate all of you.
Okay.
Because my Amazon searches are now skewed.
Nice. Well, that's your own fault for doing it on Amazon, you goofy girl.
I didn't look it up on Amazon. I did it on Google, and Amazon's like, "Oh, for based on your suggestions." I hate all of you. Just say, I'll show you why. Actually, no,
No,
I'm
you
just
don't
gonna.
have to. It's totally cool.
Oh, no, it's totally not. Because this now came across my Amazon Facebook.
No, it's totally cool. You don't have to.
Like, what the fuck is that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, couples the door. Let's go.
Chill.
Caution, choking hazard, and what?
Caution,
can't read
slippery
this.
when wet.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. I fucking love it so much.
Right above your Avril Lavigne. Aw, that's precious. Right. So.
Gotta love fucking pattern recognition on Google, don't I?
What? That's bullshit.
That is bullshit. That's like across 2 platforms, man. That's bullshit. I'm with her on that. You should never have looked it up. I don't know why you did that. You should have
Everybody
just.
knows they're in cahoots.
Well, yeah, of course
what?
they are.
Incognito mode is there for a reason, you know.
You could have just looked at the Why I'm Single
And
chat.
it's not just about porn.
No.
Would have solved everything.
Oh, that still exists? Oh, I had it minimized or whatever weird. Forgot that exists.
Right. Right. So you start your day in the in the safe house, the trap house, in the hood. Is there anything you want to do to start your day? We'll assume that you talk to Yudi.
Yeah. Probably head to the market. Just, keep an eye out. Look for probably a carpenter, a locksmith, stuff like some people that would be able to like fix up a house.
Yeah, you got the money to throw around, so you can.
Exactly. I do got the money to throw around.
Okay? So you head on over to the market. We'll assume that you're not getting up as early as the dwarf sailor and his bodyguard. So
No.
the market is
No, really not.
has come alive. It's in its own. You see plenty of maritime seafaring folk. There you go. Oh, I wanted to get a soundtrack going. Shit. There are a few people that look like they're storefronts for construction. You're not like maybe like kiosks or something smaller. But you've certainly got options. It seems like a lot of them specialize well, because the city's pretty full, so they're not building new stuff in the city, but there's definitely plenty of interior decorating and smaller inside construction. But a lot of them seem to work on the outside houses and building out that new farms like grain silos. That's a little bit different, but they've definitely got the skills for it. You can peruse those as you wish. Locksmiths. There's about 3 or 4 that you see as you go through. There's a very heavy set woman, very very big boned, let's say. There's a small shrill gnome male, and there's a very quiet, demure, almost borderline uncomfortable looking elf. And all 3 of them sell various types of locks, sizes, and all that. The gnomes seem a bit more intricate. The elves seem a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and the larger size woman seems to be more for bigger size locks, plus size locks. That maybe would be a little bit more industrial, or
Plus size box, love that.
or a little bit more industrial, or for people who want to have no second thoughts about how secure their doors are. Definitely, like larger chests. Probably has some ties to merchants and maritime endeavors. She seems to. She has the biggest ones. Put it that way. So whatever you're looking for, I'll let you think about that and flesh that out a little bit. We'll go back to. Are you taking Arrlough? We'll go back to the couple. Are you taking Arrlough with you?
Not on this endeavor. I'm just gonna go by myself.
Okay. So the captain disembarks and goes off on an errand relatively early in the morning.
I will scrub the deck, I guess.
The bodyguard's gonna scrub the deck, is he?
I mean,
I guess that's free work. I guess nobody's gonna say anything.
I'm not.
Yeah, nobody's gonna stop you. If you want to scrub the deck, that's all you. There are a couple of people who seem to be doing cleaning and maintenance. Salt water destroys pretty much everything, so there's always something to desalinate or something. You bought some supplies for this yesterday, we'll say, so you've got plenty of material, and you go to town on the main deck, and between you and a few other people, it feels like it'll be a relatively short job. You do notice that a couple of folks come up the boarding plank, and they talk with the first officer, or the first mate, rather, I guess. You're not really close enough to hear anything unless you're gonna try and sneak closer, but they one of them seems quite animated, and the other ones seem a little bit more
And you said that this is still just on the dock.
professional. Well, yeah, you're at the dock.
Okay.
Well, no, you're not at the dock. Your ship's at the dock. So yes, it would be at the dock. This is after you left, which is why your first mate's handling it, and not you.
I see. Yes, the first mate will get closer to the.
I'm talking about
information.
Chili. I'm talking about Arrlough.
Okay, cool. Okay.
yeah. I would say, I'll sneak over closer, kind of make it look like I'm still like just cleaning like a different part of the deck, I guess.
Okay. So There's someone that you recognize from the Dockmaster's Harbor,
Just gonna
and
scooch over.
yeah, just gonna
All 7 foot of me, yeah.
do. He's gonna do. How there's like a traveling dance. He's gonna do a traveling scrub.
Yeah.
He'll get a mop and just run past, or run up and then walk past and then run by. Maybe however he chooses to do it. Anyways, so you got the dock master, professional individual, employee, not the portly dockmaster dwarf. You've also got a middle class woman who doesn't seem to know her way about a ship whatsoever. And then you've got a surprisingly tall halfling, so definitely over 3 feet, who comes up, and he's the one who gets animated. Do you have a preference as to which one you want to overhear?
The animated one.
Okay, sure.
I chose wrong.
No, there was no wrong answer. I don't want to describe 3 people if I don't have to. That's all. It's totally your choice.
Alright.
So, he seems a bit blustered and red faced, but he starts off calm enough, talking to the first mate about berthing and a little bit just general questions about the ship. And he would very much like to speak to the captain. And when he's told the captain's not here, he starts to get kind of flustered. He seems to want to ship some items, that he's being very cagey and not really describing them very much. And the first mate is not inclined to take on mysterious items from an excitable gnome who's not really giving him much to go off of without the captain's involvement. So this first mate basically just stonewalls him, and he just gets more and more and more frustrated, and says how he's got people in Britannia who are waiting on this, and that your ship looks like it's definitely one of the fastest around here. It is, which it definitely is. There are plenty of ships around here, but not a lot of them are big because they don't have to be. And there are a few more bulk ships, maybe not the size of galleons, but yours is definitely more of a merchant liner, clipper, a little bit more streamlined.
She's not a chonker, is what he's saying.
Yeah, she ain't thick. She's slimmed down for speed.
All right.
That's what he gets. That's what he gets going on about. Yes, she'll slip right in.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
Okay. All right. Am I on good terms with the first mate there,
Are you?
James?
Are you the first mate?
Oh, okay. Go ahead and ask James then.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
So like, if I came to like kind of back him up, if I came to kind of back him up, just kind of, if he's stonewalling this guy, I can just kind of be as a reinforcement kind of thing.
Yes.
You want to be the
Okay.
rebar
I
to
feel like
his
you've
concrete.
been.
Just stand behind him menacingly.
Yeah. I guarantee you that.
He will know who you are, and we've been
Yeah.
together long enough that it's going to be a good interaction.
There you go.
Okay.
He is definitely shorter than you, which is
yeah.
which is nice. And then obviously the halfling's like maybe half your height, but Anyways, okay. So give me an intimidation check since that's what we're doing. Oh shit.
Oops, 6.
It's kind of a expertise.
Kind of, she says. So
Because my
yeah,
intelligence is -2, so it would normally be 8.
so you park up behind the first mate, and you're listening to him, and he's starting to get really fussy and bitchy about the whole situation. Doesn't understand why you can't just take these mysterious boxes and just can do what he wants with them. He is offering to pay, obviously, and well, you probably wouldn't know the going rates unless you're getting involved with everything on the ship. But it sounds like he's trying to offer above average rates. But anyways, you you take out a rather large dagger, almost a short sword, because you're a bigger person, right? And you just start whittling the top of the mop stick shaft
Into a javelin?
into a point. Into a point, sure, into a javelin, whatever.
Because I do have javelins.
Right.
Oh boy.
And but you just start there whittling, and uh, hmm. and he sees you, and and some of the color leaves his face, but he sticks to his guns, and then you decide to deliberately cut yourself, and you just lick the blade clean, splinters and all.
Yikes.
And,
Yikes.
That's intense.
and that was a 23, man. What do you want? What else?
Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
Arrlough stabs the first mate from behind and says, "I'm in charge. Fuck off." No.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah. Maybe a nat 20 would have had that happen. Anyways, splinters and all, and he just throws up his hands and turns around and storms off very quickly. And you, we'll say you can smell the scent of fear as he walks away. And the first mate gives you a fist bump, and you have a good laugh about it after the matter. So, Jimothy, you head over
Yes.
to Fenarial Sea Maiden, and arriving, it's a nice townhouse. It's near the northeastern side of the city. It seems to be in a well-built-up area where maybe some of the wealthier maritime folks would live. Not like elitist and not gated or anything, but it's just nicer. All of the stalls and businesses in this area have more intricate and ornate signage, and they all tend to be clustered into alcoves, or very, very small mini cul-de-sacs, so they're not actually on the street. You head to the townhouse. You are welcomed by a member of staff, and you are brought in to it's almost like a detached parlor area, and you're offered some light refreshment, and then you wait for a little bit until you hear footsteps, and you see Fenarial Seacaster in. Is this from you? You could just. What?
Okay, so
Why?
so I didn't realize that it was going to upload as soon as I posted it in. But that's what I'm thinking for the magical weapon, and I will explain it so that you kind of have an idea. Sorry, I didn't send it earlier. Okay, we got this. It's a better plan than Yorum's mushroom trip. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, all right, all right. I'm
That's
with
the
you
best
so
of-
far.
I mean that's a lot of like
It's a low bar, is what it is.
Yeah, very
no
true.
a
But
high bar, very high. Ba-dum-tsh.
Shush.
But psh. All right, so I'll okay, whatever. Not. So, a Fenariel sea maiden comes in, has a seat. Is very very calm, composed, collected. You are Captain Hrothgar.
please, just call me Hrothgar. It's much simpler.
It is simpler, but it is not proper. So, Captain, I believe you have finally delivered on a specialty item.
That is correct. I am quite excited to present this tool that I have manufactured for you.
Do you?
And where are we in the are we in a office?
You're still in the parlor.
Okay. Is there somewhere that we can speak a little bit more privately so I may take it out and show you properly? That sounds really weird, but yeah.
Take it out and show him, James.
Yeah, put him on the glass.
Yeah. On the desk.
She should raise an eyebrow. Well, I suppose that is. It's sensible to be salty from the sea. I can close this door, and my staff won't bother us unless I summon them. Will that suffice? Or we can move this to the office.
Fuck her on the office.
Wow.
Do it. You won't.
Mentally, he already has.
Mentally, yeah.
I've already imagined every single step that I will be taking in.
So
I don't know. I didn't see that charisma check here,
it's true.
or that deception.
No, it's gonna be an intimidation.
Oh, don't worry, I got this.
Oh boy.
I am extremely paranoid, to say the least. So I would prefer if we were to
Oh, limp dick syndrome.
consult in the office, please. And he will be as polite as he can be.
Well, of course, we'll move there right now. So I trust was the paranoia the reason? And you'll both get up and start walking to her office. Was your paranoia the reason why you make these deliveries yourself?
Quality insurance. I like to meet with my clients and understand their needs so I can better create their
So you're assuring my
Yes.
quality?
and the quality of my own weapon and the art and the quality of the artifacts to make sure that you are satisfied with the outcome. Well,
All right, 19 insight check. How much of that was true, James?
all of it.
Okay.
Strippy's like, I don't
She-
trust you.
Yeah, this is totally the DM. Yeah. All right, so she looks you over as you say these things. An honest. I suppose she doesn't want to call you a smuggler. Sure. So instead, do you know Elvish?
No.
Okay, well, then she's going to use the elven word for smuggler, which has heavy context to it. An honest Postcapfian.
Okay, so if it
It's
has
quite
heavy
curious.
context to it,
Uh-huh.
then I'm going to cast a comprehend languages so I know what they say.
Well,
If I can I do that?
you
Or is
can
that
cast it,
after?
but she's gonna say it before you get the spell
Okay.
done.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. True.
So, if you
Okay.
want to cast it anyways for future Elvish that you hear,
Mhm.
you can still cast it, but you're gonna miss the first one.
Um. Yeah, might as well. I'll cast it
Okay.
and just continue. Keep it up. Just
You cast comprehend languages. Problem?
my Elvish is not as fluent as I would like it to be, and so just in case you continue to use it.
Hmm. It's such an ideal language. I can't help but fall back on it when common fails me. So, you make your way back into the office. It's it's light. Everything's very light. There's a lot of in the way that the Eiffel Tower is like a lot of metal framework. That's a lot of what her desk looks like. There are you assume that there are drawers, but you don't really see any from your side. So maybe there's magic there, or some clever engineering, or who knows what. But it's all very delicate metal work. But the chairs are comfortable. They're button backed and sufficiently plush. You'll have a seat. She'll take a seat at her side and look at you expectantly.
So, Hrothgar will take the little briefcase style of container that he will place on the table that has a lock that he takes from his pocket, and he will unlock it and take the key, put it back into his breast pocket, and double check that he put it there because he's a dumbass. And open it up, take out the small, probably 14, 15 inch, or not small, the 14, 15 inch sack that is made out of silk. And he will place it on top of the desk and remove the box. Taking out, he will bring out a hand fan that do Chili and Sun. I don't want me to post what it looks like in D&D Cult.
Sure. It'll give them something to do.
True.
So it's very similar to this, but on the bottom it is a very light metal that is fully and has small jewels in them ranging from very light pink to brighter green, some red in between. And I also forgot, out of the box as well, he will pull out 2 glasses and a very fine bottle of wine. And he will take it out and place it on the cotton sack that it was in to make sure it doesn't scratch. And
Now it's cotton.
it was always cotton, the little baggie that it was in.
Did anybody else hear him say silk?
Oh yes, yeah.
But yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Okay.
because it's very fun. Okay.
That's what I want to hear.
On the silk container, on the silk package.
Okay.
And I present to you your hand fan, my lady. And he will pour pull the wine out and pour 2 glasses. Pick up the fan and open it up to the side of him in like a fancy way, and fan his face 2 times, and then go over the top of the wine glasses.
You're setting the fan over the tops of the wine glasses?
Like fanning once past
You're fanning them? Okay.
fanning the glasses and then closing it back together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I can follow that. I don't know why he fanned the glasses, but we can get to that. She, very patiently waits for you to go through your, bit of showmanship and, perhaps even pride. She raises an eyebrow as you pour the glasses and seems intrigued. But until you set the fan down, at which point she calmly reaches out for it and pulls it over.
And as she lifts it up, she notices that it is extremely light.
Yes, she will. She will clearly have to adjust due to the lightness. It seems she seems to retract her hand rather fast, like she was expecting it to be heavier, but it wasn't. And at which point she will open it, look at both sides, give it a twirl before looking at you. This is a marvelously exquisite piece of magical item. Do you often drink with your buyers?
Yes, I find it relaxing and proper, as you put it earlier.
Well, I won't deny you your propriety. You didn't have any problems making it, I assume?
Of course not. It was quite an enjoyable process. I created the fan myself with the products that I import as well.
Mm-hmm.
On the base of the fan, and you'll point out to where it closes together, where the metal and diamonds are, and we'll point it out to her so that she knows like what he's talking about. I enchanted this piece of metal to act almost as though it was the wand. When you pass it over your face twice and then over whatever item you're wanting to cast purify food and drink as you requested, it will do just that.
Nothing like a bit of added security. Good. This is,
What do you mean by that?
does it recharge every day? Or how many casts can I get with it?
You can take 4 casts per day. Or 4 charges, I
That
apologize.
should be more than enough. I can restrain myself from eating more than 4 times a day. Since you've already purified the drink, I believe a toast is in order.
I was never much one for toast, so I will leave that to you, and he will pick up his glass.
She'll ting the glasses together. To future endeavors and profits by all. May our bond we create here never fall. And she'll have a sip.
Hrothgar will take the whole glass.
Woohoo!
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right.
But they're quite small.
Of course.
Just like Hrothgar.
Woo!
Wow.
But hey, we'll have to see.
That was failure if ever I heard it. So,
Gotta keep him here in
yeah,
some way. You know?
esprit. So she will. You'll hear the sound of her opening a drawer, and she'll take out a velvet sea green bag and throw it on the and not throw it. Excuse me. And place it on a small tray platter that she has. She'll pick that up and hand it over to you. You're welcome to count it here. I wouldn't blame you at all.
Hrothgar will do just that. He'll look in the bag and pour it out as quietly as possible.
Okay. It is local currency, but that could easily be fixed if it's a problem. But it's all there. And none of the.
How much is there?
Oh, money. And how?
How much do you want?
400 gold pieces.
Really?
For a little fan?
Really, James? For a magical fan
I don't know. That's what the book
with
says.
diamonds and.
That's what the book says.
It's what the book says.
Uh-huh.
What book is this? Is this the DMG?
Yep. Page 135. Uncommon items. 100 to 500 gold pieces.
Right, and that's how you got 400 out of it.
Yes, because you got to take the most amount of money and then subtract a little bit off, right?
Take the most amount and subtract the smallest amount.
Yes.
Okay. It's not 400 gold. Or not. That's
Okay.
not happening.
Okay.
that paying your crew and like licensure for your ship might take 400. You'd barely be breaking it. You wouldn't even get a cut. Shit, man. Like, okay, so it's 5,000.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I'll take that. I thought you guys were upset that it was a lot.
No, we're upset at the fact that you're not going to be able to make ends meet. You're still going to be in the red if you're making magical items for 400 gold.
Okay. I'm okay with the.
Well, yeah, you better be, because you're going to lose at least a tenth of it just for expenses. Anyways, so there's all 5,000 gold for the item. You silly bottom potato, and you count it out. The coins are all. I don't know how detailed you want to be, but they all feel the same weight in your hand. They all have the same mint on them. There's no.
And Hrothgar trusts. He is trustful enough with her that
You have rarely had problems with elves. We'll put it that way. Sometimes dwarves will like throw in a couple of screwy coins just to see if you're paying attention, and then obviously like halflings and gnomes will do their own little thing, and humans are just all over the spectrum. But elves, very much so, are strict about that, and they. Excuse me. For whatever reason, they tend to be the most trustworthy. So, take your money.
Take your money and go, bitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say take your leave
yes.
before she realizes that you would have done it for 400, and make your way. Where do you want to go?
Breakfast.
All right. Fast break. Hard cut.
Because a working man has to have his
Working
breakfast.
man. Yeah, you can. I guarantee you that they have big breakfasts around here for the fishermen and the dock workers and all that. I guarantee you. There's no small, dainty portions. So, hard cut to Themis deciding over his options as to what he wants.
I mean, thick lady, like, she had some good arguments, some real good arguments. But you can't beat elven elegance at the end of the day, you know.
For something that very few people are going to see and or pay attention to. Sure, if that's what you want, absolutely.
Locks, man. Can't go wrong with some nice locks.
With elegant locks, it's important that locks are pretty. That's their main function.
Yep.
So, you head over to the.
I mean, as long as they function properly, right?
Of
But,
course,
like,
they function. We're
exactly. So if they function, then the only difference is form.
not right.
And I like, as much as I like some fat arguments, a little elegance goes a long way.
There's no need to. Yeah. Okay. All right. Sure. So you head over to the elven lady. She sees you coming from pretty far off, and honestly doesn't look particularly excited to see you approaching.
Right.
But you do, and
Because why the fuck not?
she, yeah, right.
Because as he
'Cause you've-
does.
Yeah, you've made your decision. It's she's got there's a lot of panels with locks in them, and on the desk area, countertop, I suppose, there are various slots that the latch would go into, so you can test them out. It looks even like the it looks a little bit rounded, and it looks like it might move a little bit to face the customer, rotate a little bit. It's a curious design. It seems like something that maybe the gnome would have had, but he's got some ridiculous clockwork stuff, and you kind of get lost. Anyways, so you arrive.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, it's a lot. The gnomish guy's a lot to take in. So you head over. You approach. She puts a hand on her shoulder and gives you a slight bow as you walk up, but still maintains that high nervous energy that she had ever since she saw you approach. Greetings, Eladrin. What do I owe the moment to?
I'll just kind of frown at her momentarily, but just shake it off. Maybe she's well traveled. You never know, you know?
It's true. No idea how she got here.
Exactly.
She might not even be an elf.
Ooh.
I'm just saying, yeah, there's magic in this world. You don't know who's who.
I mean, are you saying I need to be insight checking something?
I'm not.
here?
I am not saying that at all. I'm just saying that.
I mean, it sounds like you're saying I should be
I'm just saying that there's illusion magic, and she might not be who she is. You could have illusion magic yourself to look like something else. You know, who knows what's what. I'm not gonna throw Faye at you at every 5 minutes. I'll tell you that. But I was just saying, this could be like.
I mean, it would get kind of tiring after a while.
It would. This could be like a neckbeard who just likes to look pretty. You know, who knows? Maybe he thinks you'll see through it because you're Faye. You know. Whatever. Anyways.
Anyways.
Yeah. That totally
Feywild.
necessary rabbit trail. Remember when Yolrum was like one sentence away from becoming a plaything to some Fae?
Remember when I couldn't stop dancing?
Remember when you picked a leaf off of a tree and got your ass beat by a bunch of grass?
That was really fun. That was funny.
It was one of the better sessions, I will say.
Yeah.
I pissed off a plant.
Well,
I mean, I feel like the plant pissed you off more than you pissed off the plant. The plant was just living its best life.
Didn't I like defecate behind it or something?
Yeah, you know what they say about
sure.
seeds and plants.
Rather
Plants just hate that shit.
Rather than checking the recording, I'll just say sure.
I've got to say she probably didn't defecate, but I'm liking this addition to canon.
Yeah. It gives a calling card. Sure. Okay, so, just give us the greeting.
I'll just raise the customary eyebrow then. How about that?
The Themis eyebrow.
The Themis brow,
Yes.
as we call it.
We do.
I recently came into possession of a property needing its locks changed. I presume you can help me with that.
Yes.
I haven't really changed the locks on any. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever changed a lock ever. So any advice that you can offer would be much appreciated.
We would be happy to offer an installation service if that is necessary. But I have a variety of locks here. The majority of them are made the same way. It is simply a choice of aesthetic. There is a latching bolt here and a keyhole, which of course we provide you with a pair of keys. The inside mechanism for unlocking it is slightly different on each one, but over here we have a little bit more traditional elven locks that I'm sure you will notice they have more of a attention to form with the bolt itself that will rather snake through some of the latches themselves.
Yeah, it's quite pretty.
This one here almost creates a spiral that has been reinforced with a few veins of mithril in order to give it not just the beauty but the sturdiness, of course, as well. Whatever your needs are, I'm sure I'd be more than capable of meeting them.
Well, I expect they may or may not come into contact with some less savory fingers, shall we? Have you anything, shall we say, proven to slightly hamper those of such a disposition around here, or?
We do offer some more high-end. These ones right here, and she'll go to the far left, which is it looks. What do I want to say here? It looks like a. It looks like a broad leaf, and where the stem would be is the part where the latch comes out, or not the latch, the bolt rather, that goes into the frame itself. But it's definitely thicker than a leaf. It's maybe like 2 straws worth, the width of 2 straws, drinking straws. She brings it over to your front view. This is actually only has a magical arcane key, so lockpicking itself is nearly impossible. It is still it is resistant, but not immune to the magic of a knock spell, if you are familiar with that. It mechanically that you have to do it mechanically.
Passingly, yes.
Okay, mechanically, if anybody used the lock spell on it, they would have to make an Arcana check against a DC, as opposed to the door just unlocking immediately, which is what would normally happen. So
Sexy.
This
We take those
we take those.
DCs.
Yes, absolutely. This key is attuned to this particular lock itself. The small the small bolt is made from a mostly mithril, but it has a core of adamantium. So it is small, but it is very strong and resilient. The door frame itself would probably go before this would. The key itself is a small little trinket. We tend to go with an acorn, or perhaps a small stone, something that would look very nondescript, but still natural. That can, of course, be adjusted by our workshop, should you request it, but this would be the most secure option that we would have for you, at least at my at least at my
And how much
stall.
for, say, 4 of them?
Yeah, of course. That would be about 10,000 gold pieces, 2,500 a piece.
Oh, it's perfectly affordable. Can't pay enough for security now, can you?
You see, she gets this little bit of relief that washes over her. It doesn't last long, but it does dampen her nervousness.
Right, that she got paid.
Well, sure, yes, that she got paid. That you weren't that you were agreeable. Let's say it that way.
I mean,
And not
I will be asking for a bulk discount, but
bulk is
Gotta
4,
butter
is
her
it? Bulk is
Bulk
4, is it?
4 of something that costs 2,500 fucking.
Did I not mention the mithril, adamantium, magic,
Yes,
and
yes, you did.
resistance?
Themis does not care.
Do we? You don't get to be rich by overpaying. Okay, sure.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
she relaxes a little bit, but the nervousness is still there. It's just not as high as it was. Yes, of course. Any sort of customization options we can, and installation we can, of course, help you with that.
Well, I need
Would you-
someone discreet for the installation. I'm sure that's possible.
Of course, we can be plain clothes if that is your requirement. Most of this will be taking place on the inside of the domicile, so it is not a big issue, but it is one that can easily be avoided. Certainly, sir.
Well, I was more concerned about afterwards. You see, I'll just kind of raise an inquisitive eyebrow.
It is only going to be a leaf design on the front of the door that anyone could see, and there is no keyhole to pick. perhaps the majority of people around here would only consider it an affectation of some kind.
Wonderful. And perhaps you could add. I'll just kind of pull out my notebook and sketch that. It might look like a raven. Probably does. Actually, I probably have some practice with ravens at this point. You'd think after a couple hundred years, you'd know how to draw it. I'll just kind of put the sign on the paper and just hand it to her and ask if she can engrave that somewhere small on the lock.
She looks at it, and you see the nervousness well up again. Yes, this would be very easily applied. We can even change the color of the leaf to match whatever sort of door color or paint you have. But this seems like a relatively simple design, sir. We can certainly do this for you at great haste.
Wonderful. Now, tell me, my dear, is someone behind me? You seem quite nervous.
There's just a
This is my insight check, by the way. I was just playing it while I opened Roll20.
Okay. Insight. Okay. I just. She looks down and like rubs her hands on her small, very immaculate apron. I'm not the most accomplished of individuals. And you have ties to the Fae. I simply did not expect so much affable agreeableness. It is entirely my fault. I should have assumed better of you than I did. That is my apology.
Oh, nonsense. My, shall we say, disposition is entirely a learned behavior. Most of my
Shit.
kin would be quite quite abrasive now, are they? They're more cold, cruel, ruthless. Not sure how. A mix of the three, maybe. Calculating. That's the word I'm looking for.
They certainly have their own way of doing things. There's no disagreement there. I was taught to be wary, and the straightforwardness and simplicity of our arrangement is only a boon.
Well, then I'm glad we can get along. I will be here for well, what seems to be a little while at the very least. So I may have need of your services yet.
Yes, of course. On a professional level, I am more than willing to have very organized and clearly defined transactions. Very much so.
I'll just kind of give out a bark of laughter and just kind of point at her with a snap. Somebody had a whoever taught you all this, well done. Though you could do with a little bit more backbone in the dealings, but
Right, so I'm sure that you can pick this up from the interaction alone, but she's, whatever her experiences have been with the 15, whatever her experiences have been, she's very wary and very nervous, and certainly would not accept a gift even if you offered it to her.
what about the gift of my advice?
Yeah, oh shit. That's something. Well, maybe it's not something that she thought about. Maybe. The core of it seems to be that where she's at, both in her job and like physical location, geographical location. She just doesn't seem to particularly care for it here
Hmm.
for whatever the reason may be. That's the initial, that's the core, and then having an Eladrin walk up just ratcheted it up. So,
Yeah, that's fair, I guess.
um, so you make your purchase. You want to well, with the installation, it'll probably just be like another 20 gold. So that ain't nothing. I assume you'll give an address and a time that you'll be around and all that.
Yeah. Gotta take care of the loose ends.
Yes. Okay.
They need much. No, I'm joking.
So
Talented locksmiths in the Ravens Eye would be useful.
it's true. It's true.
Now I'll head over to what would be busier, the docks or the market?
You're kind of at the market.
Okay.
But the docks are pretty much always busy. Can't go wrong with that.
Lots of distracted people ripe for some pickpocketing. Lovely place to recruit.
Oh, you want to know what is more pickpocket friendly
Yes.
or populated? Probably the market, actually. People like sailors and those sorts of folks. They tend to be a little. They're at the very least they're more superstitious. And they tend, so that translates a little bit into being wary. So it's a little bit easier to just do it at the market where there's just coin all over the place.
Right.
So you can whatever you want to do, but it's definitely easier pickings at the market.
Well, in the interest of being fun, we'll head to the docks anyway. just to make this
Oh, good. So you can meet up with the other two, and we can
indeed.
have an actual adventure. Okay. So you head over to the docks from the market, which is not too far. It's maybe 30, 40 minutes walk. Docks are busy, as I said. There's a lot going on, a lot of product being moved, all that good stuff. Are you looking for anything in particular?
I'll just pick a shadowy corner and kind of look for anybody that seems to move with the kind of not a predator's gait, but more of an opportunist's gait, shall we say?
Okay, sure. That's easily done. Um, Give me a perception check. Let's see what
Yes,
you see.
boss. I mean, what do I see? Why isn't it open? Okay. Perception.
There we go.
E.
Wow. All right.
Right?
Damn.
Damn,
You don't see
Daniel.
anything. No, okay.
Oh. Well, that's
That's some bullshit, is what that is. All right. So it doesn't take you very long. Um, you park up and start your watching. And it's only like 10, maybe 15 minutes, and you see someone who could definitely be a pickpocket if they were actually any good at it. This smaller girl with very, very blonde hair is on the prowl and manages to get a few manages to pick a few pockets, but in your eyes, how can anybody not see this? How can anybody? It's so obvious what she's doing, and the way that she moves, and the the way she walks, all that sort of stuff. She's getting marks. She's getting money. She's getting coin, and a few handkerchiefs and all that sort of stuff. but it's not because she's good. It's because everyone else isn't paying attention
Right.
for whatever reason. And you watching her with your trained eye, you're like, yeah, this is she's like half a step away from getting caught.
Every single time.
She every single time, every single
Walking the
time.
fucking knife's edge.
Yeah, walking the knife. She's not skilled. She's not good, but
But you know what they say.
she's getting
Sometimes
results.
will is skill of its own.
Will is skill of its own. Yes, yeah. So that's the first thing that you see. Do you want to do anything with that, or do you want to move on to the next one or something?
Hmm. How old did you say she looked?
She's in her maybe 14-ish, maybe 15.
Trainable.
Trainable,
I'd say trainable.
trainable,
Right?
trainable. You could groom
Um.
her.
Sure. Let's see if I can, get up behind her as she's going for one of the.
Remember, she's 14 when you get behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what makes it hot.
I've got a
Just-
few centuries on her, so yeah. I feel like the appeal's not. If there ever was one, there's probably nothing left. Once
Not
you've
with the
seen
14.
14-year-old, you've kind of seen them all.
Yeah, but that's kind of disgusting. So
Oh,
I mean, you asked, man.
Yeah,
You made
yeah.
the insinuation.
You opened this
True,
door.
I
don't
did make
know
the
why-
point.
Don't
Okay.
fucking complain when monsters come out to bite you.
Monster dick. All right, give
Oh,
me
yeah.
a give me a stealth check. Let's see how good you do.
The only stealth check in the game that I'm gonna fail horribly.
Actually, you have
Why do I have armor on? What? I'm confused.
that's with disadvantage too.
Why? Why does it?
I didn't touch it.
So
I don't know.
confused. When did this happen?
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't do it.
Damn, you caught me.
I gave Chili DM privileges. Figured it'd be
Oh
fun.
God. I have
Surprise!
because I have heavy armor on.
Let it happen.
So that's with disadvantage. I was going to give you advantage because she wasn't paying attention. So take the 25.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. All right. So you watch as she manages to palm a snuff box, looking,
Ooh.
or we'll just say snuff box looking, because who knows, from a fellow.
It's a snuff box.
Yeah, sure, why not? From a fellow who seems like he might be a merchant or well off enough, but doing business here in the docks anyways. And you manage to get up like right behind her, and she doesn't even notice. Do you want to? So she's probably going to turn around and bump right into you. Do you want to do anything, or just let it happen?
Well, shit. Do I want to do anything?
You do. You should
I-
try.
I'm gonna flick the back of her ear.
Okay,
Just like a light flick.
all right. A
And see if she noticed.
a genteel flick.
Yep.
Dexterity check.
Well, she's not paying attention. She's not good.
She doesn't even notice the flick? Nice.
No.
Oh,
Chili was saying you make him do a check, and I was like, I'm not making him do a check for this. So, she's she's having a little moment of gloating because she just palmed a snuff box. She's just kind of watching him walk away, and just you assume that there's a smirk that's a mile wide on her face. and then you flick her ear, and it's almost, and it looks, well, she acts like somebody just punched her, and she falls forward, catches herself, and like turns around in like this uh, half ready to run stance.
I'll just
Sees it's you,
gaze down at her.
who's not a town guard, who's not part of the Wave Breakers town guard, and just looks like frozen, like a deer in headlights.
Good luck.
Good look, is that what you said?
Yeah, that's a good luck to have when you get
Oh,
fucking caught or cucked, really.
shit. Okay, so she's not going to be a deer in headlights forever.
Well, that young lady was exceedingly poorly executed. I have no idea how you're still wandering,
What?
malingering in the streets.
Malingering.
Muddling. Yeah.
Malingering. What? Why?
Kind of
What are you? Who are
okay.
you? What is? You're not like. I gotta go.
I'll just kind of reach out and grab her by the scruff of the neck as she turns to run.
Ooh. All right. I'm gonna roll for this now.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna roll for this. So let's see here. How do I want to say? Let me write this down. So it'll be a D20. 1, 2, 13. She will more or less comply, and then 14 to 20. Whoops.
Struggle.
Sure. We'll call
Scream,
it
yell, and say I'm a rapist.
There you go. That's more what it is.
Yeah, that's what I figured was going to be the reaction there.
So I will roll. I'm rolling in. Roll 20. Alrighty then.
Oh.
All right. So
Oh.
so you go to grab her, and she kind of jerks, but she kind of she doesn't quite resist because the mark is still walking away. She knows better than to start making a scene so that he turns around and sees the snuff box in her hand and not his.
Right.
So she's definitely taut and definitely pulling away, but it's not anything too violent. What? He didn't even need it. It's fine. Just let me go.
Oh, I'm not really upset that you nicked it off him. I'm just
What?
quite aggravated by the poor display of skills on hand.
What? Who? Is this a test? Is this some stupid game that Nail's doing now?
Oh, you know Nail. Ah, this makes it that just makes everything so much easier.
I don't.
Yes. Well,
Yes.
no Nail, then you should know that he's on his way out, and I am
What?
his replacement.
What? Did he get made? Are we in trouble?
Oh no, he just simply lacked, shall we say, ambition. And
Yes.
Are you insinuating that he taught you to, pick the way you do?
No,
If
I.
so, I may have to track him down and have some words with him.
No, I did it myself. He just takes a cut
Right.
when he fences the stuff. 'Cause-
No real. I should have expected it. No real support.
No, he says we're on our own and we have to, learn like sink or swim kind of stuff. Can we not do this right here?
Fine. Well, come along then. And I'll just kind of keep my hand on the back of her neck and just kind of start
Nice.
walking back towards Snail's place. Totally not rapey, kidnappy vibes at all,
No,
right?
not at all. None whatsoever.
Exactly.
Okay, so you begin your somewhat involved task going back to Nail's
Yep.
hideaway. So, Jimothy, are you busy? Mr. Muted?
Nope.
Okay, great. So you go and have breakfast. We'll assume you go back to the ship after that, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
That's breeze.
So, Arrlough and Hrothgar are both back on the ship for a little bit. You get a small briefing from your first mate. Doesn't seem like a whole lot happened. Just some. He tells you about the three visitors, but it's nothing to be really particularly concerned about. He does tell you that Arrlough intimidated the hell out of some people, which he thought was.
Did he
quite
talk?
rude.
Did he talk to me about them wanting someone to transport goods?
Yeah, he said he said that the halfling wanted you to transport some goods, but it was very very out of hand, and he doesn't really go into any details. Not that there are any, but he doesn't. He just says he wanted to transport some goods, and he was being cagey about it. So I said no.
Hrothgar will thank him for being so detailed and paying attention to everything that's going on while he's away, as a good first mate should. And if we're in the captain's chambers, to just have him go out so he can be in there by himself. Yeah.
Okay, so you are alone in the captain's quarters.
Yes. And I don't know, man.
Okay, that's
Don't
fine.
you know?
You don't have to. Alright, so Arrlough. Captain comes back, talks to the first mate, goes into his captain's quarters. Captain's cabin. Are you, the first mate asks if anybody wants to go ashore.
Sure, I'm curious.
Okay. You do have that job offer that Yudi was supposed to do, but I have no idea what it was going to be, so I can't
Yeah.
really give it to you.
Yeah.
I can come up with something. I guess he's probably not going to be back before this arc is done, anyways. It's not too hard. Okay, so if you want to pursue that at all, you can. But otherwise, so yeah, you and a couple other crewmates decide to take the offer to go ashore for the day. And is there anything that you want to? Well, you talk to the town guard captain, or see if you can get with Yudi, or
Yeah, sure.
both of those.
Yeah.
All right. Well, luckily they're in the same place, so you'll head back to the whatever it is, to the town hall. City Hall. The town guard area is definitely going to be easier and quicker to access. So we'll head in there. There's a fellow at the desk. Seems to be is definitely in more civilian government worker garb and not armor or anything. Ah, yes. May I help you?
I'm here to. I just had it or two. I am here looking for employment that was offered to me by Yudi. Perhaps he left a memo,
Uh, um,
or at least a direction.
Beauty about. Yes. Yes. You were probably going to be a little bit more of a liaison than actual guarding, but yeah, there was some. He did make a mention of this when you sent him this note of your displeasure. Nice. Let me get my boss, and we'll get this started. I believe there was two of you on this commission.
I look around. Do I see anybody else like?
I thought it was for both you and Hrothgar.
Well,
Hey, you took the initiative. James went straight into
You
his captain's
silly
cabin.
goose.
It's not.
well, I am the size of two people.
Right. Well, I'm sure you can pass a message on to this Hrothgar fellow when you next see him. Yes.
Sure, surely.
Great. I'll let him know that you're here. And so you'll just have a seat for a few moments and wait until the guard captain makes his way over to the wing from his office in the main complex or whatever. Ah, Mr. Arrlough. Yes, come in. I've got a small annex office here. So, I don't remember, did you sign the note about the murder?
Murder? Oh, right, the satyr.
I thought I did. Yes, I believe I did.
Okay. Is this your chance to make canon? Okay, so sign it. Okay. You the Shame Arrlough that wrote this complaint into the city?
I am. It seems strange to see such murder in the streets in front of a crowd.
Yes, it does happen, unfortunately. It's not something that we're proud of. It's just very difficult to track these sort of party members when they come in here and then kill someone and then leave. But that's sort of a side issue. The steward, who just arrived yesterday, has a bit of a job for you and a fellow named Hrothgar. You two were apparently together. I assume you know him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, I was looking for you to do some I don't want to say scouting out because that's not quite accurate. Did you do some investigating? between the two of you, I believe that Hrothgar has connections here, and you seem to be the muscle. There is, there are issues of sabotage in the merchant district. There is, of course, now, since you've taken an interest, the issue of the satyr's murder and dealing with the body and family and all that. There's also the matter of shit. Hold on. I want to get this right. Shit. Alright, just say this one then. There's the issue of Martin Muis, who has been at his estate south of the city for well over a week now, and people are beginning to wonder if perhaps he's overdosed from a bender or something. This is steadily been getting worse over the last few months. There's quite a lot to do, and a lot of this is really outside of the purview of the already strained Wavebreaker God. If you would like to just talk with your fellow Hrothgar and determine how much, if any, of these things you'd like to do, we definitely have need of someone who can operate a little bit more freely and has not the freedom, but I guess the time, who has the time and ability to travel outside of the city and investigate goings on.
Okay. Do any of these have set deadlines?
Well, Martin Weiss is a member of the council, of the city council, so we would very much like him back as soon as possible.
Man's just gone out on a bender, doesn't come to fucking city council.
Doesn't come to his job for a week.
And they're like, oh, we would really like him to come back.
So, yeah, without putting too much of a fine point on it, it would be great if he would come back here and do his job when he's getting paid taxpayer money just as quickly as possible. The sabotage in the merchant district is really rather low priority, but don't tell anyone I said that. It just seems to be the occasional messing up of machinery. There's no lives lost or anything like that. It's not even that damaging, but the gnomish fellow who runs the factory is very loud and very irritating and very noisy, so dealing with that would also be in a fast manner would be most welcome. And then, of course, the shader might be the most pressing issue, since we would like to return his body to his family or kin as quickly as possible, since they have their own funeral rites and all that. The satyr thing is more from the captain himself, because Yudi doesn't know a whole lot about it at the moment, but it's on his list, and you complained about it, so bringing you in to help get closure on it, I suppose.
Sure. Well, allow me to discuss the options with my companion, and I shall return when I have an answer.
All right, excellent. That's agreeable. Can't fault you there. Uh, if you could just be relatively quick, that would be great.
Well, assuming he's up from his nap, I'm sure we can come to a decision.
Uh, he
His nap.
he doesn't even. There's not even really a timepiece. It's kind of late for. All right, sure, whatever. I look forward to your response. So,
With like a no, with a nod, yeah, with a nod, I gently step out of the room and head back to said sheep with no name.
Okay, so you're gonna head back to the ship, or do you want to do anything else?
I'll head back to the ship. I mean, I'll take the long way home if that's an option.
Of course, of course. Maybe you'll run into somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
or a whole posse.
Oh
Yeah.
damn. Well, they're gonna remember me and then be like, "Hey, bitch, come here." They would too. They would be like, "Sorry."
Yeah, maybe I should. It's not a bad idea.
Wow. Okay.
That's not a bad idea. Oh, yes. Anyways.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
I mean,
Oh, baby, baby. How was I supposed to know?
The best version of that song is in the movie Robots with Ewan McGregor and Robin Williams.
Oh, jeez.
And it was fantastic.
I think I remember that. It was really like, it was a bunch of like retro robots, really? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Retro robots, right? There we go. Okay, yeah, I remember that a little bit. I don't remember that specifically. But...
It's killing me.
I'll look it up on YouTube.
No, that's okay. You don't have to do that.
I still
I don't.
believe, still
There's nothing.
Pretty good.
There's
You might
nothing.
appreciate it.
There's no.
believe.
There's nothing to brag about saying that I know a Britney Spears song. There's nothing
Give me your
worth boasting there.
sunlight. Let me take it one more time.
Beautiful. Well done.
Just to know that you're toxic. Da, 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun.
Da, 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 da.
There it is.
You were pretty close. You tongued that just right too.
Oh, that's what she said.
That's what
Hmm.
yeah. All right, so you head back through the city and take the long way. You see more and more people as you go about. The day's getting busier. People are being active, all that good stuff. You watch a couple of people just apparate out of into nothing, I should say. So of people who were just teleporting away. You see a
Oh,
couple.
that's
Yeah,
cool.
uh,
I'm just like, well, all right.
that's yeah. Uh, there's arguments. It's very much whatever it is, little town full of little people from Beauty and the Beast. It's very much everybody going about arguments and all that sorts of stuff. Town guard jogs by. You go around. You come up to the northeastern section where the docks are. You get close to, actually a little bit kind of close to where Hrothgar was, where the neighborhood starts to become nice, and the shops and everything tend to be in recessed alcoves that are U-shaped. Um, and you see a you see a younger guy, probably a boy, maybe in his late teens, um, who is peeking in, or at least trying to peek into windows. And these are the windows that are facing the street, so it's not like he's gonna, catch a sight of a boob or anything.
I mean, you say that.
Yeah,
Little did you know that this
yeah,
is the red light district.
yeah. This
Okay.
Hanstorm is more Italian than Dutch, so you might actually get an eyeful. Um, and you notice that as he moves along, somebody is. Mm, there's a shorter figure, like maybe gnome or halfling, that is on the roof, that is moving along with him as he goes. So there's that. You also notice a pair of people who appear to be a little bit religious clothed, religiously clothed, I should say. The Poseidon is very popular here. They've got
Why am I
lots
not
of.
surprised?
Well, you don't. Well, so is Hermes.
True.
So between the two of them, they're probably the most worshipped. They're close enough to Daltorum and Dwarven lands to have some Vulcan and Hephaestus sort of stuff as well. But and you feel feel a poke on, like, around where your knee would be.
All right. I guess I look down.
Okay. You look down. You see a very familiar figure in red, not red, like burgundy, deep red, almost vermilion. Excuse me. And clothes. Looking up at you with a clockwork ball in her hand.
It's what's her name? It's the little my friend from the
Greetings,
horse.
sentient!
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd see you again over here.
I did not expect to see you over here either. How goes it?
Well, why not? This is the nice area of town. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I didn't realize the long way would take me the nice way.
Oh yeah, no, there's quite a few nice ways. This is like a big trade port city, so lots of people have. It's hard to be poor with a port city. And I'm just going around. I was gonna yeah, letting people know about, like, church functions and activities, and whether the Temple of Hera is gonna have a potluck in a couple of days. Do you want to come by?
I can pass along the message and to my some crewmates if they'd be interested in that.
You got crewmates?
Uh-huh.
What kind of a crew?
Well, we utilize a ship for and
Oh, you're
we
sailors. Why didn't you just say sailors need a lot of uh religion?
Horse.
Cause
What?
wow.
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 Hey man, I thought we were playing fill in the blank.
Yeah, Mad Libs. Oh wow.
Wow.
Can I meet him?
Well, it's not my ship, so I'm not quite allowed to just invite
Oh.
people without permission.
Well, they can come off the ship, right?
Sure.
Oh,
That
perfect.
is
So I'll wait at the bottom of the wooden steps or whatever you guys use. I'd
fine.
love to meet them.
The
They
dock?
we can do like a prayer circle or like a quick little sermon just to get them interested.
What what
Inspire the masses.
what exactly is your religion again?
Oh boy.
I'm a priestess of Hera, Juno, Hellenism.
So, sister-in-law to Poseidon?
Oh boy. I'm digging it.
Yeah, they're
Am,
kind.
or
There's
am
a
I thinking
lot
of
of,
somebody else?
that
Or
gets a
am
little muddy actually, and I don't really think about that a whole lot.
That's
Um,
quite the question there, yeah.
uh, sure, sure, uh, uh, sure, sure. They're close.
So,
Absolutely, they're like one big family.
okay, because I was under the impression this was more of a Poseidon-centered town,
Well,
port.
yeah, there's a lot of Poseidon. I've seen quite a few people for Hermes. Uh,
The messengers.
Even well, yeah, and like trade and like moving fast and stuff like that. There's some nature. So like Demeter, Diana. There 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 there's a lot of stuff for there. They all cover
And
all the gods cover
and
different stuff aspects.
and and Hera is
Home and hearth.
home and
Can't go
And
wrong with
being
that.
stuck.
Everybody needs that. It's a little bit underappreciated, I think, but I'm just trying to bring the word out.
mm,
That it doesn't always have to be flashy and lightning and rolling waves and money and all that sorts of stuff. You can just have a nice quiet evening at home and feel comfortable and secure, and that's a good thing, and I think more
And
people should do it.
get repeatedly lady cucked.
must be nice.
What we like.
So, did you get your trinket to work? You were still working on it last time
Oh
we were
no,
together.
I haven't. I No, I haven't. Do you know any like magic users or like good tinkerers or um what do they call them around here? Flickmen, whatever it is. Um, I can't.
I'm s-
Man,
I'm still new to this port, so not yet, but I will keep that in
Hmm.
mind for you.
All right, that's fine. Thank you. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So we should go and meet your friends, your crew rather. They could be
preach to
friends.
them. I mean, have drinks.
Oh my goodness, no, we don't drink.
What?
Home and hearth and they don't drink. God.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I would say, be warned. They may be a little bit more rugged than home is used to.
Well, that's a great ability of sentient people is to make home wherever they are. And if they don't have a home, then they definitely need one.
And yet Sentiel doesn't seem welcome recently.
Who?
You said sentient, right?
Sentient.
Sentient. Like, not the same thing as the thing of the paradigm posse.
No. A sentient person is a human being who's aware of your own existence. But because there are multiple races, rather than just saying humans, she calls them sentients because they are sentient beings. It's a blanket umbrella term to be all inclusive.
And
Like a dog is not sentient, but a human would be.
English. Anyway. Alrighty, well, you're more than welcome to join me on my stroll back to the ship where I reside while we are here.
Hmm. Cool. I'd like that. Do you think are there any like magical users on your ship? You have any like you have like a druid to like calm the waves and do like nature magic and stuff?
Do we, James?
What about like a cleric
No.
or like a paladin or something? Like there's those whatever they are, paladins of the open seas or oaths of the open seas or whatever those are.
I think we're more of a group of misfits.
Perception magic user.
I think we're more of a group of misfits, and maybe they who have been here before might have an idea of where to point you in the correct direction.
Oh, outcasts from society. Oh, that's tragic. You definitely need some care and love, and you need to know the gods are watching over you then.
Well,
Absolutely. Speaking of which, there was a guy who said that the gods were always watching over him. Have you ever seen anybody with like a golden fleece on his shoulders in your travels?
I
uh,
remember this.
You better.
I remember this.
um, what would that? What's that history, and what kind of check would that be if I remember that?
That is an inside joke check.
Well, it kind of is. It's also kind of a result of you not doing anything about him. Check. Um, Go
What, should
ahead
we
and
have
give me
murder hoboed him?
give me give me an intelligence check. Maybe you heard something. I don't think anything else. I don't think a skill is going to be associated with
Oh,
this.
no.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
you've got a total blank. You're not even sure what a fleece is. Like survival, sleight
What
of hand,
gold?
investigation, insight, history, deception, athletic. Yeah, no, none of those skills are going to work for this.
Oh man. Oh man. Wow.
No, you can't imagine somebody putting gold on a fleece. That's a crazy idea. Like it's just fucking sheep hair, man. Why do you got to make it gold? Like, what's the point of that? Oh, all right. Well, he and like a bunch of other people came to our monastery, and like, and everybody loved him, and he said that the gods were on his side, and that he was gonna make a new kingdom and all this other kind of stuff. I just wanted to know if you knew him like before he came over there to just like, because I didn't see anything that like made me think that the gods were interested in him at all, but everyone else seemed to agree with him. So,
So
okay,
he
well, if you
thought he
didn't,
was like the messenger of gods?
he was um, do you know the guy Lucidnus the Virtuous? No, I'm kidding.
Oh
um,
yeah, I know Lucinus.
yeah, everybody knows him.
Everybody knows Lucinus.
You don't even have to make a check. You just know him. Um, he is a bit of a wunderkind paladin, but anyways,
No.
well, he just made a lot of claims, like he got a blessing of speed from Hermes, and got a really cool weapon from Hephaestus, and like he had like a drinking competition with Diana in the woods, and like just all this sorts of stuff, that he had all these cool great interactions with them, and they all gave him like blessings and boons and items and all this kind of stuff, and it just and everybody else was like thinking that it was really cool, and like all the people that were with him were just like always nodding and agreeing and stuff, and the mother superior started to agree with him, and everybody else agreed with him too, and I just didn't see it, you know. I didn't see the specialness. Like if he said he has all those things, why is he there, and why does he just have a golden fleece, and why like where's the starry crown, or the pet familiar, or like an avatar of the gods, or it's just I just didn't see it. I don't know if maybe something's wrong with me, or they just didn't want me to see
He's
it.
He sounds like he liked getting attention.
Well, yeah, everybody likes getting attention, right? That's not.
Mm,
I don't. I don't. I
some
don't.
prefer to lurk in the shadows.
I don't know if that's something to fault him for, but
Beauty.
Mm.
but he certainly had a lot of attention. He was nice. He didn't do anything, wrong, except, you know, stay at a convent that's only supposed to be for females.
So he's a rule breaker.
The mother superior said he could stay, and I didn't think that was right, but she, but she said it was fine, and she's like usually really good about that sort of like we'll have like handymen and people who will come around and work on and stuff and keep our
Mhm.
upkeep and maintenance and all that kind of stuff, but they're never allowed to like stay the night in the building. They come in, get some water, do some prayers, but they can't stay. But he stayed for like 2 days. It just maybe it's because he was blessed, and maybe it's because the gods were on his side and it was okay. I don't know. I didn't see it. I don't think that he's.
I
I don't
think
know.
I'm
I
gonna
don't want to.
side with you. I don't
I don't.
see a reason for
I
him
don't.
to have everything and yet
I don't.
just.
Yeah, I don't want to call him a liar or anything. Yeah, they
Well, maybe we'll have
I
the
just
privilege
there's
of running
something.
into him one day and asking him why him.
I think he said he was gonna move in land a little bit more. Um, but that's all I remember. Um, he didn't give us too much information. Um, but two of my sisters decided to travel with him to spread the good word and all that. So
And have you heard from them?
he said, well, I haven't heard. No, I haven't. But I didn't stay at the convent much longer after that. Didn't really. I decided that if we can just go off and do and spread the word, then why would we not do that? Why do we keep it concentrated in one area? And and Huntsdon seemed like a busy place, and port cities all tend to be, um, they have a lot of people coming through, and a lot of sentience coming through, and a lot of opportunities, because you get a lot. There's an ever changing uh, congregation. There's an ever changing congregation of people that need to be reminded that the gods are watching them and the gods care and they're involved. So, uh,
Well, as long as you're at peace with that, then there seems to be nothing wrong with that decision.
who are you?
Arlo,
Right, I know your name, but like I've never seen like whatever you are before, and you're really tall, and you seem a little, I don't know, a little passive but kind of level-headed at the same time. Is that what all you people do?
it's what my home people used to do. I may not
Uh,
have grown up with all of them, but their morals still reside within me. I've had
ooh,
to adjust to various situations, and I know I can rely on my roots
yeah.
to.
I've had to adapt to a lot of situations ever since I got here. I just I was at the convent from like a young age, so it's very strictured and structured. Um, there's been a lot of new stuff in this port town in just like the few days that I've been here. Like people are just like all over the place. I didn't know there was so many ways to be.
It's amazing what happens when you get out of your own confinement.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna be a while before I go back. That's for sure. So
Agreed.
what do you do on your ship?
Well, I'm kind of the muscle, and but other times like today, I will do some of the cleaning scrub work. But for the captain, I tend to be more of a bodyguard shadow.
Ooh.
Kind of like a reinforcement. I mean,
Oh, right.
I'm relatively tall for most people.
I did notice that. Yeah. So you're like a bulwark against the faithless. I can understand that. Yeah, absolutely. Where's your ship? How far is it?
I'm assuming we've been like walking the whole
Yeah,
time slowly towards
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Sure. You can
Unle-
you can arrive whenever you want. How's that?
yeah. Well, funny you should ask. We had just arrived, and we look
Nice.
up and
Nice.
ba-bam.
Oh, that's very pretty. That's a very, very sleek looking ship.
Well,
Wow.
it's not the fastest, but it's pretty quick for what we
How
needed to
dare
do.
you?
You don't even have a
Are
name
you
for the fucker. How am I supposed to introduce this thing?
The
You're not
captain,
here. You don't know what I'm saying.
the captain be slacking.
I'm just being moody in my quarters because I couldn't think of anything that I needed to do. Right after I
Well,
said that I
guess
didn't need
what? Now
anything.
you've got somebody at your doorstep with something to do. All right, so who am I going to meet first?
Well, who comes towards us first?
Well, you're not on the ship. You're at the uh, you're on the dock in front of the gangplank because you said you weren't allowed to invite her up, so she's not going up.
Let
There's a
Let me
couple
see.
people who look over at you from the ship if you want, but that's
Sure.
okay.
I guess like what I'll recognize one of them is the first.
Just go and get the
So
captain.
first mate.
Just go and get the captain. Okay, sure, the first mate.
Yeah.
So the first mate will come down, have a little chat with Squeegee Toggle Nozzle, and he's uh, bemused by the situation, but since the captain's being moody in his quarters and they don't really know what else to do, he figures, sure, why not? And gives her permission to board.
Hey.
Takes her, well, no, because short folks manage to go up inclines very easily. So,
Did I? I would say I could have picked her up.
yeah, you probably could. You could put her on your shoulder if you wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's on your shoulder, taking a look. She gets up there. Wow! This is beautiful. Hoist the mizzen mast! Is that what you said? Well, probably not right now. Never mind, never mind. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just getting my sea legs.
I'll just kind of laugh and keep
This
going.
is... Yeah. There's quite a bit of laughter around. So where would be a good spot for uh for a mass? Maybe on the front? That'd be kind of nice. The back's kind of elevated though. I could stand up there and give a and preach. Hmm. Yeah.
The front may be more easily accessible. I guess the back is where the higher ranking people tend to be.
Oh well, everyone needs to hear the good word. Where that was the first mate. Where's the captain? Is he here? Does he wanna
Well,
does
let's
he
go.
does he
Let's
wanna
go find out.
sing a
And I'll
hymn?
go.
Okay.
Let's go find out.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
guess
I'm
that
a,
as that Hrothgar will just emerge from his captain's
No,
quarters.
no,
Oh.
no, 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 no. We're
No, no,
going
no,
in.
no,
We're
no.
barging in.
yeah, we're barging in. Get out
Fair
of here.
enough.
Sit
Don't
your
even
ass
don't
down.
even try that bullshit, Jimothy.
Fair enough. Okay.
All right, so kick open the door. No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to knock on the door
Alright.
for sure.
All right, Hrothgar, you hear a knock on the door?
Come in.
Boy, Captain. Good day to you.
All right, Arlough's Australian now. That's cool.
I guess
Good eye,
he's
kid.
Australian pirate.
How are ya?
How are you, mate?
Fancy ship on the bob.
Jeez. Greetings,
Um,
sentient. My name's Squeegee Toggle Nozzle. I'm a priestess of Hera. I'm here to provide blessings and boons and preach the good word of the Gospels.
Nice to meet you, Squeezy's Toggle Nozzle. You were at the bar, were you not, the other day?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Oh, that's you. Oh, hey, hi. You look different with your hat
Thank you.
off or on or whatever,
Hat
whatever it
off
is.
and on the desk.
Okay, yeah, you look different with your hat off.
Yeah, sometimes it has to come off. It gets way too sweaty with the
Uh huh.
heat around here.
Uh huh.
Quite
Shipple.
embarrassing with the balding going on the top of my head, but you wouldn't ever notice. Mainly because of the extremities of my beard. You would just feel it.
Huh.
But how can I assist you today, Toggle Nozzle?
Oh
Other
well,
than
we're
preaching
looking
the
for
good word.
the best place to hold a mass, to preach and sing hymns. Maybe do like a prayer circle. I figured that you would know the best place for that because you're the captain and it's your ship, and you know, captain knows his ship, right?
Well, of course. You were thinking of doing it on the ship then,
Well,
and
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah, yeah,
with.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I got invited up here, and it's such a pretty ship that I figured why not, and everybody's here, right? So there's no need to move it up. Although you guys could all come. So we're doing a potluck in like 2 days at the Temple of Hera, and everyone here is invited. All just bring whatever you got. Um, as much as as much as you can afford. We're not gonna ask anybody to go into debt for this or anything, but you're all invited to come and share a meal and break bread with us, and we'll do some activities and some outreach. It'll be nice. It'll be fun.
That sounds like a splendid plan. I will inform everyone on board after we are finished talking more about it. I can't wait. And you will see us there in 2 days. But more on the matter of the preaching. Would it not be best in a building with a corrugation and a chorus of people able to echo within the walls and have your place of your own more than just on the board of a rugged old ship?
Well, we can do it anywhere that people gather. The gods are watching. Um, yeah, it would be kind of ideal and kind of nice and all that, but everybody's here, and you're more familiar with here, with the ship. It's more of a home than some temple in a port city that. Have you been here before?
Once or twice.
Okay, so it's a little bit familiar, but yeah, it's more familiar to be on the boat, and you all just can't leave the boat unattended. I understand that, needs must and needs do and all that sort of stuff. So I'm coming to you, straight from the the convent of Hera in Britannia, straight to your ship. It's customized and personalized, and uh,
Captain, it is home for most of us.
betrayal in the
He will
ranks.
just sigh and just kind of shake his head. Very well. Um, please make yourself at home. There is supplies in the bottom and full of not very fantastic food, mainly because it's all preservatives and, well, preservatives, but non-perishable. Preservatives like
Because it's
orange
hardtack.
concentrate, Bernard.
Oh, did he go? All right. Oh well.
He's like, sleep now, work tomorrow.
Aw.
Ape man.
At 10 o'clock sharp.
It's almost been the full 3 hours. I don't blame him. Who knows when if I was gonna get back to him anyways.
I mean, we're at a relatively decent place to.
Right before the big speech, yeah, I gotta work on that.
Yeah, so
I gotta figure out a bunch of lore for the gods and then write up a 15-minute lecture.
I will say a picture graph will help me out a lot in terms of gods and how things work.
Okay, sure. I can do that. That's fine.
Because am I thinking of the right one? Hera is married to Zeus, right? Or am
She
I
is.
thinking of?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
there's a family tree right here.
She is
Well,
definitely not the only one.
all the Greeks came from the Titans, and it was pretty much all Gaia. Okay, there you go. Cronus and Rhea made Poseidon, Hera, Zeus, and Demeter. Aphrodite was made when they cut off Cronus's balls and threw him into the ocean. Yeah, yeah, there are family trees here. I can do that. The Olympians.
And Eros is the son of Aphrodite. Aphrodite, did she end up marrying
Aphrodite.
Hades or no?
Aphrodite married Hephaestus.
Festus. Okay.
Not that she wanted to, but that's what she did. Oh yeah, shit, shit, they got a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of Greek god family trees. I don't even know. Oh shit,
And
that's a lot
Darius,
too.
that's the drunken god. Hermes, the quick feet, speed. Artemis was the art huntress. Uh, Paula, well, I don't remember.
When we
Uh,
started this campaign, you said you wanted to do the Greek gods.
yeah, no, I just don't.
You don't even know
I
them.
remember. I remember a few of them.
Okay.
Aphrodite, I remember. And then Ares was the fighting, yes, warrior. Yes.
Oh, this one's really in depth. Start off with chaos.
I also think I'm gonna hop off for the night.
Okay, I understand. That's fine.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's talk more about this Hrothgar guy tomorrow. I have ideas that I meant to share earlier, but we didn't get to it.
I'd love that, Jimothy.
Hmm.
If you could just
That's funny.
clue me into what you wanted to do, I would
Be
just
right after the session.
be
As
to
it,
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, and then
You have a great
we
sense
got
of
another,
timing. I love it.
and then we got another week to
Mhm.
procrastinate until the
Mhm.
last day
Mhm.
to work
Yes.
on it and do the same thing.
Yes, to me every
Okay.
week.
So yes, let's talk tomorrow though. I will
Okay.
text you when I hop on.
Hooray!
Hooray! Okay.
Night.
Bye.